Yeah, yeah, yeah. Way too risky, way too fly, too pimpsy. Wait, don't miss me, wait now.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Who Threw the Curve, and this is the Robert Ruiz rant. And today, we're going to be talking on synths, scrunchies, and shoulder pads, a sarcastic tribute to New York City's freestyle era. The freestyle music era in New York City. A time when synthesizers ruled the airwaves, and everyone thought they could dance like they were auditioning for fame. Let's take a sarcastic stroll down memory lane and pay tribute to this unforgettable period. The 1980s in New York City, a time when the city was gritty, glamorous playground for artists, dreamers, and anyone who could rock a pair of acid wash jeans. Amidst the chaos and creativity, a musical genre emerged that was as flashy as the neon lights of Times Square and as unpredictable as the subway schedule. Freestyle music. Let's talk on the birth of freestyle, or how we learned to love the synth. Freestyle music, for the uninitiated, was a genre that combined Latin rhythms, electronic beats, and enough synthesizers to power a small spaceship. It was the love child of disco and electro, raised on a steady diet of drum machines and reverb. If you didn't have a Casio keyboard and a dream, were you even living in the 80s? Artists like Lisa and the Cult Jam, Expose, and Stevie B became the unofficial soundtrack of New York City's nightlife. Their songs were the anthems of roller rinks, block parties, and any club worth its cover charge. And let's not forget the lyrics. Oh, the lyrics. They were a poetic blend of heartbreak, longing, and occasional nonsensical phrase that made you wonder if the songwriter had perhaps indulged in one too many wine coolers. Let's speak on the fashion fox pass, when bigger was better. Freestyle wasn't just a musical genre, it was a lifestyle, and that lifestyle required a wardrobe that could only be described as aggressively 1980s. Think oversized blazers with shoulder pads that could double as flotation devices, spandex leggings, and every color of the rainbow spectrum, and enough hairspray to single-handedly deplete the ozone layer. The hairstyles were a marvel of engineering, gravity-defying curls teased to perfection, and bangs that could poke an eye out at 10 paces. It was a time when more was more, and subtlety was for the people who didn't know how to have a good time. Let's speak on the dance moves, the good, the bad, and the cringeworthy. Freestyle music demanded a certain level of commitment on the dance floor. You couldn't just sway to the beat. You had to feel it in your soul and express it through a series of intricate, often ridiculous dance moves. The running man, the moonwalk, the robot were staples, but true freestyle aficionados knew how to mix it up with their own unique flair. Of course, not everyone was blessed with rhythm, but in the freestyle era, enthusiasm often trumped skill. It was a time when you could flail your arms and shuffle your feet with a wild abandon, and as long as you looked like you were having the time of your life, no one cared if you were actually any good. Let's speak on the legacy, freestyle's enduring impact. As the 80s gave way to the 90s, freestyle music began to fade from the mainstream. Grunge and hip-hop took over, and the once dominant genre was relegated to the realm of nostalgia. But for those who lived through it, freestyle music remains a cherished memory, a reminder of a time when life was a little less serious and a lot more fun. Today, you can still hear echoes of freestyle in the modern pop and electronic music, and every now and then, a freestyle classic will come on the radio, transporting you back to time when the biggest problem you had was deciding which neon scrunchie to wear. So, here's to the freestyle music era in New York City, a time when the beats were infectious, the fashion was outrageous, and the dance moves were anything but subtle. It was a glorious, ridiculous, and unforgettable chapter in the city's musical history, and honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for listening to Who Threw the Curve. Don't forget to like us, share us, and subscribe. Thanks.
Miss me, wait, not I understand your clash. I came through buying up, left out bags. I ain't too fond of the fakes. Grass ain't got no snakes. Everything trim, I'm sliding on days. Everything him, I'm trying to be great, but I fall back quick. Ride, pop off, go in.